right. Well, good afternoon, gentlemen. This is K5LYN. My name is Lynn. I'm in Austin. And this is the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. I'm on the Central Electronics 20A that I have hitched up to a Hallicrafter's SX115. And I use the receiver to be the VFO for the 20A, so I'm transceiving in the manner of the Collins S-Line, the Drake Twins, or the Hallicrafters pair that you could transceive between transmitter and receiver. But that was unheard of back in the 50s when this station was built. And I'm using it to drive a 30L1. I got 14 watts out of the 20A, pushing my 30L1 up to about 140 watts. And I'm building a grid-driven amplifier to go with this exciter. We get together here on Wednesday evenings and talk about the early days of single sideband. A lot of vacuum tube radios are heard here. If you're on AM and like to check in, you're welcome. Please zero beat carefully because most of us don't have any RIT. And the hybrids are welcome. And if you don't have a vacuum tube radio but you're interested in what we're doing, come by and say hello. My friend Hugo over there, I think, is going to come by and say hello in a little bit. And all those kind of check-ins are welcome. Buy-sell trades are appropriate if they are boat anchor related. And any technical question you might have about a radio you're working on, that's the most important part of the net. Let me check in with my neighbor KG5SB, and then I'm going to call K5EF, who's probably got some information for us, and we'll pick up some of the rest of the guys here. After that, I'll turn it over to Jim, and when I come back, I'll be on my Drake Twin. So KG5SB, how am I doing, Jim? K5LYN.
Okay, still sounds a little low. Drifted a little low again. This is KG5SB, running the 3000 barefoot. Got about 40 to 50 watts here, and that seems to be enough for most things. And that's going up there to the loaded 80 meter dipole. The ends are about 15 feet down or so. The top's about 40 feet up. And that's pretty much what it is here. I'm still working on my signal generator over there. It's a bear. But it's an awful good one. When and if I can get it working all the way, it'll be a jewel.
All right, Jim, good to hear you. You up for breakfast Saturday morning?
Oh, you betcha.
Looking forward to it. Anything else for the net?
No, that's all I got. Have fun.
All right. Let's throw this thing in the direction of New Orleans. K5EF. What do you say, Nick? K5LYN.
Hey, Lynn. K5LYN. This is K5EF returning and saying hello to everyone on the net. And I'm receiving most folks just fine, but it is real noisy tonight. Went up to the Dayton Hamvention and met a whole lot of guys. We certainly did chum up the waters to make sure we got a good attendance up in Jonesboro, and I'm very hopeful that it'll turn out to be a great event. It's certainly shaping up that way. Surprisingly enough, I was looking for 40-meter crystals for the little Central Electronics Ivanhoe transmitter, and would you believe there were absolutely zero crystals at Dayton Hamvention? I couldn't get over it. Certainly was looking under, around, and all around these tables and tailgaters, and it turned out I had to go next door to my neighbor and scoop a few up. So, in any event, that's about all I have here, Lynn. This is K5EF, okay?
Okay, yeah, well, I'm glad you found some crystals. I could probably have found some in the CW portion, but you did get it handled. You got one for 40, yes? Nick, you were able to find one for 40 meters?
Yeah, I actually got some, two of them, and they work at the low end of the band, so I'm in good shape.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, just about everybody I know of that's serious about vintage single sideband is going to Jonesboro, Tennessee, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. We'll be seeing you soon. Anything else for the net tonight, Nick?
No, I'm good. Just wanted to add to the numbers, good?
All right. Okay, let me see. I got another couple of neighbors here. Let me pick them up. Mr. TXW, what do you say, George?
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net from WB5TXW. Signals are coming up, and so is the static. So I'm on the S-line gear here, of course. 32S1. Dave, I'm not hearing any hum on your Drake on my beautiful Collins 75S3 receiver, and it would pick it up if it was there. 30L1 Bud Whitney power supply, horizontal loop, 10 Delta, a static microphone, and it looks like we should have some good propagation depending on the crash. WB5TXW back to net.
Spectacular sounding signal, George. Couldn't be better. I don't know the thing you need to do to it. All right, let me talk to Hugo if he's still over there, and then I'll talk to Jay. Then I'll give this to Jim, let him talk to some folks, and I'll get over there on the Drakes. So, Mr. JGX, Hugo, what do you say? K5LYN.
K5LYN in the group, N5JGX, or the multitudes, or whatever. Everybody sounding really good. Thanks for letting me check in. Running a Kenwood 570, and even though it's solid state, we're able to check in. So anyway, thanks for letting us in, and carry on, gentlemen.
All right, Hugo. We can use you for a frequency standard, too, if Jim's not around sometime. Glad you came by. Okay, Mr. QS, what do you say, Jay? Over to you, K5LYN.
Well, good evening, Lynn. This is KM5QS in Alice, Texas. I'll come to you on a Collins S line, like a 517, 516, whatever the heck the power supply number is. Excuse me, folks, I'm medicated a little bit, kidney stones. So anyway, it looks like brand spanking new. Joe Persley does wonderful work. To the 32S1, the 75S1, and the 30L1, which are all in very, very nice condition. Sorry, it's a piece of Collins gear I've got is the 312B4, and it looks dang good. So anyway, that's about it. I think hopefully I've got everything working appropriately this evening. And if I don't, I'll just go back to bed and worry about it later. Everybody sounds great. Good to hear all these rigs and stuff. Now I'll turn it back so everybody can give a chance. AM5QS.
Well, your radio's working great, Jay. No issues whatsoever. Now, what about that kidney issue? Are they going to dissolve? Are they going to have to go in there and get it out?
No, we're hoping, mostly they're broke up. I had a big one, about a 12 millimeter one, that was just resting on top of the kidney. It's moved a tiny bit, but it didn't block anything. It's broken up into a bunch of real small pieces, and it's just going to be a matter of time. So I have become real familiar with a chemical composition known as acetamin codeine. That I'm using in limited quantities, less than what they recommend, and it's working okay.
Well, I've never had that. I've had everything else, but I've never had that, and I don't want it, because I've always heard that's terribly painful. Good luck, Jay. Keep us posted, okay?
All right. Thank you, man. Okay, bye.
All right, good luck with it. That's a tough one. Okay, Jim, you want to talk to some folks while I get everyone on Drake's? K5LYN.
Sure, let me see what I can do, Lynn. Is that a little signal a little better?
Hearing you great.
All right. Hi, folks. This is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, and I might be a little bit down the band, it sounds like. We'll deal with it at the moment. I'm on the last FT101 I bought. We're checking it out this evening. It seems to be pretty stable. So I'm happy about that. It looks like it's working the amplifier all right, so that's pretty good. The B&W is happy. The tuner's happy. The antenna's happy, and I'm happy. Let me see who I can find here. I think I heard W5SWM earlier. Did I hear you, Jim?
Yeah, you did. Everybody's just happy down here. But good evening, Jim and Lynn and the Boat Anchors group, the net. Everybody's sounding real great here. I hear a little feedback coming off my wizard there. Let's turn that down. I don't know how much we're broadcasting, but I can hear it, so it bothers me. But once again, we're making use of the TR4 here out into the 80-40 fan dipole, and being just ate up by all this rain and and spring growth. The blackberry tree is getting to work again on my antenna. I don't know what I want to do. Sure wish I knew somebody close with a bucket truck. Anyway, enjoying the net, and we'll turn it back here and just listen to all these marvelous old rigs. W5 SWM clear.
Well, Jim, if it's tall enough, you just shoot it over the top and leave it up there, right?
Well, I know you don't have many hackberry trees around there. That's the biggest joke. By the time you get it over a limb, it'll grow another one on top of it.
Yeah, I know how they do. Anyway, you're sounding good up this way. Hopefully I'm sounding all right down that way.
Hey, it sounded real good.
All right.
Just a little down the band from where I'm at, but no big deal. We understand one another, and shoot, I'll get over here with a radio with a rip so I can listen to everybody else. Catch you later. W5 SWM.
All right, Jim. All right, hey, Mr. Byron, EDX.
Yeah, Jim. Good evening. Swimming in up here in beautiful Bluffdale this evening, as usual. Tonight we're on the Kenwood 530S. Driven by D104, amplified, I guess, into a trap dipole up about 30-35 feet. Same old, same old. So, hope everybody's in under the air conditioning and staying cool. Summer's on its way. Summer's on its way. Good to hear everybody on tonight. Good signals. Back to you, Jim. KB5ZIB, WA5 Edward David X-ray.
All right, Byron. Well, when the humidity's at 90% down here, it's ridiculous, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I almost think I'm back home in Houston. It's reminiscent. And I don't like it. Over.
Yeah, well, that's what I told Mom earlier. Did we move back to Galveston and I didn't know it?
Yeah, this is as humid as it's been since we moved up here. As humid as I've seen in 2 years, I guess, 2.5 years. It's unreal.
Oh dear. Well, this'll all quit this summer, and we'll be wishing we had some. All right, hey, Mr. Doug, W5IS, what's going on over that way?
Well, a new unit put in over the weekend,
good evening,
and
Jim,
it's working
and all
great.
the
So,
nets. W5IS,
just
you're
in the nick of time.
booming into
Thank you, Jim.
Louisiana
That's all I am.
tonight
WA5EDX.
above all that noise. I'm running the Kenwood station tonight, my 830 and scope and CFO and all, and driving a AL82 amp, so I hope I'm getting up above the noise. Everything's looking all right here. But I don't know, I didn't fire up the all tube rig tonight. I decided disqualified enough. It's got 3 tubes in it, so. But anyway, you're booming in good. I appreciate you picking me up and running the net. Hadn't got a whole lot of anything else to say, but W5IS.
All right, Doug, hey, that old 830 sounds good over here, brother. Don't throw no rocks at that one.
Yeah, but there's time, they're quite a radio, Jim.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I played with 1 or 2. All right, let me see if Mr. Gary's got his straightened out. W5BFA. Hell, maybe Gary ain't got it straightened out and he's switching there. Hey, Mr. Al, W5SFN, what's going on with you?
Not much, Jim. This is W5SFN Wembley. I'm talking on this ultra stable Swan 350. Well, it doesn't drift over 4 or 5 kcs each way. I don't know. It's not too bad. Once it warms up, it works. But, it's always sitting on 3.5, so if you move the band switch, you got to retune, you got to recalibrate it. So, but it's a good one. Didn't cost me a dime. I had one of them, whatever you guys are talking about, them Yaesu transceivers. I gave it to the man that gave me this 350 here. Jim, your radio sounds good. Everybody does. Sounds good to me anyway. This is W5SFN, Wimberley, Texas.
All right, Al, you sounding good over here. Yeah, the only thing I can see with this one, I think I got to clean the band switch, and I think after that it'll be just fine.
Probably won't make any difference in it, Jim. It's got a Crystal Freak band, I believe.
Well, what it is, Al, the receive's got a little hash in it.
Yeah, I never had any problems at all with the one I had. An old friend of mine brought me a load of radios up here, 3 or 4 of them. One of them's this old 350, and I said, here, take this one back. It's a good one. And I guess he's still using it. I haven't talked to him in a long time. This W5SFN Wimberley.
All right, Al. All right, Mr. GQF, what's going on over there?
Okay, Jim, good evening. Good evening to the net and everybody out there in radio land. Okay, I'm talking to you tonight on my recently put back together Drake TR4. It's running, I'm speaking into a D102 with a DYY processor in it. It may or not be working correctly. Going through my MM2000 tuner up to an off-center fed dipole with about 55 feet to my lately acquired 4-to-1 Buxcom balance. And the other things going on, the 922 linear amplifier is still setting in various pieces all over the workbench over there, which I have not got back together after its latest explosion. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's enough. Anyway, everything's good here. Anyway, back to you, Jim. KD5ZIB W5GQF, over.
All right, brother, you're sounding good down this way. I got plenty of thunder bumpers, but you're getting over the top of them 99% of the time.
Well, that's good to hear because neither one of my amps are up running. I'm just running barefooted on whatever this thing's putting out, and I don't even have a watt meter in line with it tonight. So, what you hear is what you get. Over.
Roger. Well, that's what I was doing earlier, but I did flip the switch.
Well, as always, you sound good up here in a low orbit around Round Rock. So, anyway, y'all have a good one. And talk to you later, W5GQF clear with KD5ZIB, over.
Alright, brother. Let me see if Mr. Gary made it back. W5BFA, did you make it back yet? Uh-oh. Alright, Lynn, I've run out of the list unless you got one that I don't.
That's all I know about. You want me to talk a little bit?
Yeah, you get her all switched around there.
Does it sound okay?
Sounds okay to me.
All right, let's go with it then. All right, this is K5LYN. I'm back. These are the Drake twins, and they're driving the Collins 30L1 up to a lot more than the little 20A did. Let's see, who else we got for the net tonight? I'm listening.
Bravo 5 Lima.
Whiskey Oscar Zulu.
Oops. Okay. I think I've got 3 there. There was a station I could barely hear. Let's find out who that was. And I got Dan that I might have. I'm not sure exactly. We'll get it figured out. Was there a call ending in Lima out there? Do I hear you, sir? Over.
Yeah, Lynn, this is Whiskey Bravo 5 Lima. Over.
Yeah, I hear you fine. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, thank you. This is Glenn up here in northwest Arkansas.
and we're running the old Drake TR4C. Same old boat anchor we've had, and enjoy listening to y'all. Everybody sounds pretty good. And just want to say hello, TR4C, MS4 speaker, power supply in the back, W4, running that into a heat kit SB1000 amplifier. Putting out about 700-800 watts up there to an inverter V on the tower, about 55 feet. And that's our working conditions, over.
Oh, yeah. You know, Glenn, you're real strong now compared to when I first heard you, because I could barely hear the Lima when you checked in, but I hear every word now. You got a good signal. Maybe we just got the band when it's opening, over.
Well, it helps if I turn that off standby, over.
Oh, that's probably what it was. Well, very good. Nice signal into Austin, Texas. What else you got for the net tonight?
That's about it, Jim. It's sounding great. The signals have come up since a while ago. I just want to check in for the count and enjoy listening. That's all we have. WB5L.
All right. Very good evening to you. Okay, let's see. I got Dan, and I think it may be Daryl in the Grange after Dan. I'm not real sure. What do you say, Dan? WOZ, pick it up.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn, everybody else. I'm kind of cheating tonight. It's a 25-year-old radio, but it's solid state. But I am driving a homebrew amplifier here, about 1,300 watts. And everybody sounds good. That's kind of it from here. I'm kind of pleased with the sound of everybody's signals tonight. That's it from here, Lynn. K5LYN, KWOZ.
Oh, I think we had great signals so far tonight, Dan. You got a beautiful signal. That radio has a nice, mellow audio. Did you tell me what it is, the solid-state radio?
No, I didn't yet. Let me think on it for next week. But it's 25 years old, but it's all solid state.
All right. Well, you got it working right. Keep us posted on it. And we've got some excitement on television tonight. Is Elizabeth going to have to kill the preacher and his wife tonight?
Yeah. Is this the end, this one?
I don't think it is, but, there's no way she can get out of this deal. I'm certainly looking forward to tonight's episode.
Yep, same here. There's two of them now. They're my favorites, and that's probably number one.
I think it's number one on television worldwide. It's an amazing story, and it cannot come to a happy ending. There's no way. All right, Dan, great to hear you. Beautiful signal. Okay, who was the third person? Was it Daryl in the Grange? If not, who was it that checked in there a minute ago? K5LYN.
Low power. The antenna has a problem. Running about 54 watts, 50 watts, 49 watts, something like that. So keep it sharp. Got high SWR. Can't check over about 90 mils on the M2, so keep it sharp. K5LYN, WA5A, over.
No, it's working okay, Daryl. In fact, I'm hearing you better tonight than I did last week. Is absolutely everything the same? Same microphone, same radio and everything, or is this different?
Same everything except the antenna is not resonant. I've been doing some work on the antenna, and it's resonant down about 3.4 megahertz according to MSK. Something's changed on the antenna, and so the SWR is so high I can pitch about 90 mils, so that comes up to about 49 watts or something, so that's putting about 25 out, so other than that, everything's the same, just shut down for SWR.
Well, whatever the case, I'm hearing you better tonight, Daryl, so, don't rock the boat too much. All right, good to hear you. And I didn't make it over for the Bastrop lunch today. I had too many things to do around here. All right, who else for the net? K5LYN, listening? Oh, there must be some people out there now. We haven't got severe weather moving in until tomorrow. Who's out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? K5LYN, listening?
N5ONI.
ONI, did I get that right?
Yeah, that's correct. N5ONI, Oscar, November, India. Name here is James and Troy. running a Swan 350 that is almost stable. It's been on for about 2 hours.
You said James, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, okay, James. Well, good evening to you. The Swan's doing fine. We just had W5SFN come by on a Swan 350 a while ago. Tell us the story of the radio. Did you have to do a lot to get it up and running, or what's the story there?
Oh, I picked this radio up in about mid-'80s for about $75, and I run it until about 90, about a year or something like that. And it's been sitting in a closet for the last 25 years. This is the first time it's been on air. So it's mint condition, but it drifts, and I think the final is kind of soft. It only does about 60 watts right now.
Yeah, that's not quite right. I would suggest to you that the paper and electrolytic capacitors really need to be replaced because they're leaking, and that's probably more likely the problem than the final amplifier tubes. However, Swans are very, very rugged radios and very, very reliable, and you have a nice signal. The audio quality is good. And the Swans are known for you needing to warm up a lot longer than 2 hours before they settle in. I have a Swan 500 over here, and I've had mine on 5 and 6 hours and still drifting a little bit. But it'll operate under terrible conditions and absolute abuse. So it's a good radio and worth spending a little time and effort on if you can. Over.
Yeah, I've got something I have in my finger right now. It's working good, and I will replace those caps here next week and get it all fixed up.
Okay, and another source of instability, and I noticed it on your signal that time, the relay, the transmit-receive relay is very, very hard to clean. It's really hard. Sometimes you can spray a little cleaner on a piece of paper and slip it in between the contacts, and that will add to the tendency. That'll solve the problem of it jumping frequency a lot. Be careful, don't spray tuner cleaner on the band switch because the wafers will absorb the stuff, and it'll be a long, long time before it's stable. But anyway, keep us posted, James, and we'd like to hear from you again. Over.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I'm running a frequency counter on the VFO output to keep the thing lined up a little better. And I keep having to move the dial quite a bit. But yeah, it's Jim mentioned that all of that stuff last Sunday to me, and I will take care of that and see if I can get it working a little better than it does. I'm running an MC60 microphone with it that I just made a plug for it last night. And it seems to work, but I'll tell you what, I need to turn the air conditioner on now. It's a little warm in here. N509, James in Troy, Texas.
All right, James. Yeah, I pulled my central air conditioner down 1 degree just before the net for the same reason. That was a great transmission, beautiful audio, and exactly on the frequency. Stick with it. It's a nice radio. All right, who else for the net? K5LYN listening.
KL7 Charlie Delta.
Okay, let's see. I got KL7 Charlie Delta, and there was somebody else. Charlie Delta, tell us about it.
Well, I don't know what to say. I'm on the Helicrafters Twins tonight again, and I found the hum problem in my Harvey Wells Bandmaster and got that fixed. I haven't done any further work on HT32B because I've been waiting on a shipment of capacitors. They came in, and so in the meantime I recapped. It's called a Henry Tempo 2000. It's really a Viking Thunderbolt 2, and it had 8 200 microfarad capacitors in it, and they're huge things. I took them out and replaced it with 16 100 microfarad capacitors, so that took me quite a while. And meanwhile, my capacitor shipment came in for the HT32B, but I was in the middle of working on that amplifier, so I wasn't able to do anything with it. I think I'm only putting out about maybe 30 or 40 bucks. Are you copying me okay, Lynn? Go ahead, KL7 Charlie Delta.
Yeah, Mike, I'm hearing you fine. And beautiful audio. You know, Helicrafters did some nice work. And that twin station you've got there is one of the nicer things that they did. And it sounds like you're overwhelmed with capacitor replacement problems. I've been doing the same. I'm building a little amplifier for my Central Electronics 20A. And we get to know electrolytics better than we ever wanted to know them. But stick with it. You'll get there, and you'll like it when you do. Over.
Roger, Roger. Well, to me, it's almost, once you get one of them completed and working and it's looking good, it's on to the next one. It's real satisfying to me to be able to work on these old radios and get them back up running again. And I actually almost enjoy that more than I do operating. Of course, operating's fun if you've got an old boat anchor. But I won't hold it. I'll send it back to net. K5LYN, KL7 Charlie Delta.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Nice work. And hearing you fine in Austin. Okay, there was one other person in there that checked in when Mike did. I'll find out who that person was. After that, we'll give it to Jim, let him talk to some folks. Who was the other person? K5LYN, listening? Okay, I think that was Steve, wasn't it? Steve, was that you? Give a UOA, was that you? Yeah, Steve, not too strong here. I'm going to hear you, but we won't get too long-winded tonight. Over.
I got a lot of wind tonight. I'm on my 101F and the 2100 amp, so just check me in.
Yeah, I'm hearing you, and it's working. Yeah, well, after all, we're further into the summer, and the noise is higher, and so on. It's remarkable that you and I can still talk to each other, because you're a long way off. Good to hear you. Anything else for the net tonight?
All right, thanks for letting me check in.
All right, Jim, you wanted to give it a try? K5LYN.
Sure, Lynn. Let me see what I can do. Alright, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Getting a little feedback, had to cut that down. If you'd like to check in with us this evening, if you'll come with your call signs slowly, guys, spread them out for me a little bit, I'll try and get you in here.
WA5EIJ.
Okay, Joseph, I got you. Who was the other one? Give me all you got. Okay, I'll try it here in a minute. Hey, Joseph, what's going on?
Not too much, bro. I just walked in the door, in fact. Let's see. This is Whiskey Alpha 5 Echo India Juliet. Joseph in Magnolia. Talking on a Central Electronics 200V. Listening on a Drake R4 Charlie. And I'm using a Electro Voice 664 mic. And I could not, I'm sorry, Jim, I can't help you with the other station. I heard him, I just couldn't make him out. Your ears are better than mine, I think. Anyway, hello to everybody on the net. I worked all day, just walked in the door. So, KB5ZI and a V. This is WA5EIJ, back to net, over.
Oops.
WK. Get, Barney, come on here. WK5R.
Yeah, I got Rusty. Who was the other one? You're clipping again, Jay.
I wasn't up into the microphone. I was telling Joseph not to forget to kiss the cook.
I did.
Thank you, Jay. Silver. I'll go tell her right now, and I'll put one over courtesy of you. It's good to hear you, Jay. I'm gonna give out. I rode hard and put up wet. You guys carry on. WA5EIJ, back to net.
All right. Okay, I thought before Rusty checked in there, I thought I heard one with a L in it. Let me see if we can get them out of there, guys. Listen up, because he's pretty light. Hey, Rusty, what's going on?
Come on, there we go. I was trying to get this crazy thing to key up there. There we go. Good evening, everybody on the net. This is WK5R. Name here is Rusty. We're located up here halfway between Dallas and Tyler. Running the Drake TR4 CW, the RB4C remote VFO with power supply, and the driving the GS 35B amplifier there, homebrew. Up to the homebrew dipole through the homebrew tuner, and that's what we got going on here. If things haven't changed, still looking forward to meeting up with Lynn down there Saturday, and I will ask Lynn a question. Did one of them California transplants design that intersection there at I-35 and 183? That's a mess. Back to you, Jim. WK5R.
Yeah, well, you never know, Rusty.
There ain't no right-hand ramp going from I-35 when you're coming down from the north to turn on the 183 to go down towards that crossroad you got to get off on to turn on that road where the cafe's at.
Comment, Jim?
You got to go down, from what I understand, you got to go down to St. Johnson and turn around and come back and then get off on it, unless my GPS is telling me wrong.
Yeah, go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah, Rusty, I think you can get off before and get on the frontage road. There is a frontage road there. Yeah, well, see, all that was a disaster because of the city growing so fast. I think there's an exit called St. John before you get to 183. There's several exits long before you get to 183. Go ahead and get on the frontage road, and then you can work your way over. There's no easy way to it, and assume that 2 or 3 18-wheelers will be turned over on their side somewhere along the way there.
Roger. Well, maybe I won't have too much trouble coming through early in the morning like I'll be coming through there, you know. But we'll see how it works out. And what time do y'all meet there at the cafe?
Well, we're dragging in there usually 7:45 or so, and we usually order around 8. But we can, we can hang out there longer for sure.
Well, that fits in my time slot the way I had my trip planned to show up there by that time. So I will look for you then, Lynn.
Okay, then. You got my phone number, right? It should be in the email.
No, I don't. You've got my email, so you can send it to me.
Yeah, I think it's in that note, but I'll send it to you again, whatever.
When we get through with the net here, I'll check and see if I got it over there, that email. If I don't, when you send me another one.
Yeah, okay, we'll look for you Saturday. The weather should be clearing. It's supposed to be rainy tomorrow and Friday and clearing on Saturday. So, if the roads are wet, just use a little extra caution.
Roger. All right, we'll get out of the way here and let Jim get back to see if he can pull a few more in there. KB5 VIV and the boat anchor. WK5R. Thank you, Jim.
Not a problem, Russ. All right, guys, this is KB5ZIV. You are listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. If you would like to check in with us this evening, if you'll come with your call sign, slowly spread them out for me, guys, we'll try and get you in here.
W5SWM.
Yeah, Jim.
Well, we'll come back with Mellow Yellow, the TS-820. And to the Drake. And I heard you on the Drake a while ago, Lynn, if you're hearing me up there. I'm not sure if this low-powered radio gets that far, but anyway, coming back at you on the 820S, or 820, and same antenna, of course, 80-40, and dipole at about 24 feet, and about that great. Limbs. At any rate, that's about the size of it. Just had to warm this thing up, and it hadn't been getting a lot of use lately, playing around with 3 radios here on the bench, and you know how that goes. W5SW.
Hi, Jim. Nothing like double dipping, right?
Hey, blew a tube on top of his 430 here, but try it again.
Sure, Roger. PUR, is that right?
I think it was something like JUL, maybe, Jim.
All right, did you hear any better than I am?
Was it a WA5JUL or something like that? Give us another shot, K5LYN.
K5LYN from WA5JUL. Handles Bill, we're in Austin, Texas. We're on a Galaxy 5 Mark III. It's on the 16.
Okay. All right, Bill. Well, tell us a little bit more. You're not very strong, and I'm here in Austin. I think you said you're in Austin, a Galaxy 5. That's always a challenge. and if you're here in Austin, we sure need to meet you. Tell me a little bit more. What part of town are you in? Over?
Well, actually, I'm not in Austin. I'm in Round Rock, and I go to the WCARC meetings once a month here. And we always have a big group. But I'm running a Galaxy 5 Mark III, and not loaded up completely. I guess I'm running like about 300 watts right now to a dipole.
Okay. Well, my name is Lynn, same as the call, K5LYN. And very good, nice to make your acquaintance. I don't think we've talked to you before about the Galaxy. One piece of advice about that, you may know that already. Never turn the band switch from one band to another while the radio is on, because that band switch is very fragile in that radio. But you've got it up and running. The audio is perfectly good. What microphone am I hearing on it? Over.
I've got a couple of Shure 444s, but this Turner 250 seems to be giving me the best peaks here.
I would say it could use more highs in the audio, and I don't know if the Shure would give you that as compared to what you're using or not. But an old crystal element would give you some more highs. It's perfectly nice, clear audio, but if we had more highs in it, we would hear you a lot better, particularly under these noisy conditions. Over.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I can get the Shure out. I've got a D104 also, so I'll have to get those ready for next week, I guess.
I think the D104 is your best bet, unless the crystal is so far over the hill, and often they are. You know, those D104s are so old, but some of the crystals are still good, so that would be my first choice. Tell us the story of the radio. What all did you have to do to get it up and running, or have you owned it for many years, or what's the story?
It's an ongoing project. When anything goes out, I always have to throw it back on the bench and tear it apart. So I've got all kinds of oversized resistors in it to replace the ones that keep blowing, and now it seems to be fairly solid, and at least it appears to be. I run mostly on 40-meter CW, though. I don't. This is really the first contact I've ever made on 75 with this unit. In recent years. I haven't really had this radio very long. I got this from Bob up in Minnesota. So he has a whole line of Galaxies, and this is one of his units. The reason I like the Galaxy is when I was in high school back in 64, 65, I had a Galaxy 5, just a 5, not a Mark III. And I ran that mobile, and I worked the world with a Hustler vertical in the bumper of my 64 Fairlane. So I had fun with it, and I had all kinds of good memories with it. So I've got this radio here in recent years to try to bring back some of the old memories there.
Oh yeah, well that's what we're doing here on the net. So you came to the right place. Yeah, I remember those when I was a kid also, and they were great radios, but the switches are kind of fragile. So I'd be very careful about turning any switches when the radio is on. You probably know this already, but paper and electrolytic capacitors are probably bad based on the passing of time alone, and that may be why you've had some things burning out on you. But all in all, you've got it running nicely, perfectly good audio, and let's hear it again one of these evenings, maybe with maybe a crystal microphone. I bet it's going to work out pretty well. Nice work, Bill. Over.
Okay, thanks a lot. Appreciate the ideas there. I'll pull the D104 out and the Sures and see what it sounds like next week.
Yeah, I think nicely done there. All right, we'll be in touch. Okay, Jim, you want it back? K5LYN.
Well, why don't you make a couple of calls, Lynn? We're getting there.
Okay, yeah, well, we're hearing some interesting radios tonight. In fact, that might be the first Galaxy 5 we've ever heard. So I'm really glad he came by. Who else for the net? K5LYN, listening? Well, we may be covering the territory. Anybody else want to talk to me about boat anchors? I'm listening, K5LYN. Nothing on this end, Jim.
All right. Well, let me throw out another one here. All right, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. If you'd like to check in with us this evening, if you'll come with your call sign slowly, spread them out for me, guys. We'll try and get you in here. Well, Lynn, we might have done it for this evening.
Well, we might have. There's a lot of new TV programs on tonight that may be stealing some people's attention. And we'll kind of wander down early if that's the case. Maybe there's other priorities out there. Anybody else want to talk to us about vintage radios before we wind the net down tonight? K5LYN. Well, I think we've covered the territory, Jim. I'm going to cool this station down a little bit and go off and watch some TV myself. Over to you, and 73s to the group. K5LYN.
All right, Lynn. Okay, guys, have we missed anybody for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net this evening? If so, come with your call sign now, please. All right, guys, we appreciate each and every one of y'all coming by here and taking the time to check in with us. It's kind of a noisy night, we know it, and it's definitely humid out here. It's crazy. Anyway, we hope y'all have a good week. You know, without you guys, we can't do this, so hopefully we'll see all y'all next Wednesday. 73s all the way around. We'll return this frequency back to normal.